the Gen Z National Movement of Kenya.
That is great. Ibaya Javan, mambo.
What's up?
Long time bana.
Yeah. It's been quite a time now. Mwaka mpya
2026. Mwaka wa visanga.
Yeah.
Mwaka wa politics.
Mwaka wa baraka.
Baraka zipo.
It's a revolution year. A year of turnaround.
A year of turnaround
in Kenya.
In Kenya, talking about politics and talking about
in Kenyan politics, of course. And leadership.
So we expect much.
Wow. A lot of miracles. And instant miracles.
Political miracles or just normal miracles?
Political miracles.
Political miracles.
Yeah, things will happen and people will not believe it.
That it's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Kenyan politics currently. After the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, things are really changing in ODM, and there are a lot of fractions in ODM. As much as the ODM members don't want to accept that ODM is breaking up, but you can see it.
Yeah,
we've had problems with the Sifuna and Sifuna, Babowino, Junet, Gladys Wanga, the ODM leader, current leader, who is Oburu Odinga. We've had all these problems. And one thing that most of these people are calling is they're calling at the outside of that is Edwin Sifuna out of ODM. What's your take on that?
You see, the main problem here is in ODM. The main problem of ODM is that Raila Amolo Odinga, the founder of ODM, raised very good foot soldiers, obedient and loyal soldiers, but he failed to raise a leader. He failed to raise someone who could success him. I don't know, he was afraid of he could have been overthrown or what, because Raila never raised someone, and any star that could be seen in ODM rising to succeed him, lazima hiyo nyota ingefunikwa.
What do you mean when you say that? Because there are people in ODM currently who are showing the signs of being a leader. People like Sifuna, people like Babowino. At least they are the two vocal people in ODM currently that people are looking onto.
You see, Sifuna and Babowino are people who the followers of ODM like, because they carry the spirit of ODM. That's the spirit of justice and democracy. That's the color of ODM. That's what we know ODM for. Democracy and justice. And those two people, only those two people have stood with that. Now, ukiangalia, they have sometimes disagreed with the leadership of ODM, even before the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, because they felt like this way we have taken was going out of hand. This is not how we do things. We are people of democracy, we are people of justice. That
was specifically during the handshake, between Baba and the late Baba and William Samuel Ruto, the president.
So they maintained their stand, and those are the only two people we salute. Wachana nao wengine.
Wengine akina Joho
wachana nao.
Akina Junet Mohammed. So most of them have been calling the ouster of there is a Sifuna out of ODM because he's not supporting the broad-based government, the handshake government that is between ODM and UDA. And those who are supporting it wanasema Baba alituacha kwa UDA, so sitabakia hapo because that was the vision of Baba. And they are looking on to supporting Ruto in 2027. And Sifuna na anasema pana Baba alisema lazima 2027 tusimamishe ODM iwe na their own presidential candidate. So what do you think about this?
You see, that's the problem that I told you. Raila never raised a leader. You see, a leader provides a vision, okay? A vision that brings direction.
Even when he's not around, they know who will take over.
Yeah. So if there could be a leader, could have shown them the way. Ukisikia wakisema sisi tutakaa mahali Baba alituacha. Those are people without future. They're not seeing the future. Pale ambako waliachiwa ndio watakaa. But if you hear someone like Enoch Sifuna saying, thinking about 2027, and Edwin Sifuna thinking about 2027, how ODM's future will be in 2027, there's someone with leadership skills in him. So if Baba could have raised Sifuna, not even raised, if Baba could have raised Sifuna above all these other members, he could have carried that vision very good. Either Sifuna or Baba, because they carried the vision. Hao wengine walikuwa wafuasi. Unajua ukishika kipofu mkono Pale utamwachia hawezi enda because haoni. He doesn't have any vision. So hao wengine wote unaona hao wakina Uburu wote Wanga, Joho, Mbadi, those are people with that vision. Mahali ndio maana unaona mahali ambako baba aliwaacha wanataka tukukaa. What if God-based fails? What is the fate of ODM? What if they fail in 2027? What if William Ruto fails? Where will ODM, will they still be in broad-based?
Waoni kama William Ruto anaweza fail in 2027? That is not something that is going to
happen. They
never
believed Raila will fail in 2022. But he did. This is politics.
Raila was not in government by that time. He was part of the government but not in government. Ruto is in government and Ruto is the government. So how do you expect the government to fail?
My friend, there is no assurity in politics. Things change. Even Trump won. People believe that this lady, this other lady, Kamala Harris, because
she was in government.
Yeah. So someone can come out of government.
But when you talk about the comparison between the US democracy and the Kenyan democracy, the US
there is nothing about democracy.
It's much different. It's much different because these are two different countries, two different logistical issues and two different impacts.
That situation, the same situation, my point is the same situation that happened in USA, happened in Kenya in 2022. And things turned out the way it turned out and many did not believe.
But by that time, Ruto was the deputy president of Kenya by that time. And Raila was not the deputy president. He was in government but not the government.
A deputy president that cannot access his office.
But he used to access it.
No.
He used to access
a deputy president that cannot access the resources.
But he used to access the resources, and those are the resources that he used to get himself where he is.
Go check the history.
No, that's a story that they want to tell people, but literally Ruto used to access all these offices.
All I want to say is that, Alan, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's ODM. They must find their way. They must find they must know what they want. You see, electing a leader like Oburu is someone without future. How can someone without future? How can you trust your future with someone without future? Ana miaka mingi ya kuishi. How can you bear your future? You see, Edwin Sifuna sees the future because he has a future. He's still very young. He can see where he's going. Lakini Oburu knows very well mimi niko na miaka kidogo ya kuishi. So how can you trust your future of ODM party with someone without future?
Not even the future of your ODM party, the future of Kenyans.
You look Raila when you go to very old. He forgot about the future of ODM. That's why ulianza kuona mgogoro ndani ya chama kwa sababu aliona huyu baba naye anatupeleka wapi. He forgot about the future of ODM. You see? Yeah. So an old man to that extent cannot be trusted with future of a party because he doesn't have a future. How do you trust someone with your future when he doesn't even have one?
So the thing to you now is that they should change the leadership of ODM now. They should be given to someone who is younger. And if it's to be given to someone who is younger, who do you think should be the leader of ODM, party leader of ODM currently?
A leader is someone who is able to provide the vision, direction, and the solution. They let them find someone who can, let them identify the problems of ODM and see who can, and say wape kila mtu mtihani, who can provide better solutions to this problem, these wrangles, hii kutosikizana, hii kutoelewana, hii shida broad based, na kila mtu akuje na idea yake, and then let them sit down, whose idea is the best. Then they say, wewe uko na idea fit, uko na vision power with the party, let's give you the leadership. But Oburu, no.
So for you, Oburu Odinga is not a leader.
Where was he before Raila died?
He was always following his brother.
What is the history? What has Oburu achieved? Even in Senate.
They sympathize with him because he had lost his brother. They thought the best way is to give him the leadership.
Sympathy gives nothing. Nothing is achieved on sympathy. People should work hard for them to achieve things. Achana na sympathy. If you're saying sympathy for him, why did they give Winnie? Winnie lost his father. Oburu lost his brother. Why did
Or they should have given to Ida Odinga, who lost
her husband? If it's all about sympathy.
But that time when she was mourning, she could not get everything right.
No. Don't say sympathy. If they make decision about with sympathy, I think this why this the reason why they chose Oburu, simply because all these other deputies, Raila had a lot of deputies. All these other deputies were eyeing for this leadership, na wakaona tukupea mmoja wa madeputy au wengine pia watataka na kutakuwa na mvurugano. So let's choose this old man who seems to, hata Oburu this show any interest,
hata kaa sana
na bado hata hana haja na hii kiti sana, ndio mtu asisikie ni kama ati amenyang'anywa. Yeah, but I think they made the decision very quick.
Yeah,
they could have taken their time, called themselves together. The problem is that these things I'm saying is a responsibility of one person. Raila could have chosen one deputy to be over other deputies, to give him at least mamlaka, authority higher above this other. Someone who can call them all, kujeni, nataka tuongee. Either Abdul Swamad or someone more mature. I think Abdul Swamad fits that very well. Naongea nao, ambie sasa tutafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. But sasa unaona all of you mko level moja. Hakuna mtu atapanga mwingine, hakuna mtu ataita mwingine. Ukiambia huyu kuja atakwambia unaniita kama nani? I'm also a deputy like you.
But the SG has the mandate to bring all these people together and give them direction.
Between the deputy and the SG, who has more authority?
But who's the spokesperson?
The spokesperson is the SG.
Yeah. Which means he has the authority to speak for the party. Na SG and assistant deputy party leader akifanya kitinyeziwa, the SG will that is not what the party stands for.
SG talks what is discussed in the meeting.
In the next meeting.
Yeah, that's his mandate. But he cannot call the house in order. He could have done so. You think ita kama nani? You're just a member like me. Who are you to call me? Wow, watu wako na kiburi.
So that is it. And then there are rumors that we say the ODM is the breaking of ODM, whether they like it, whether they sugarcoat it, whether they meant it, it will still break. Because in ODM we have two parties, the party that is in support of the president and the party that is not in support of the president. People like Junet Mahamad, Gladys Wanga, Mbadi, Pio and I, they are in total support of the broad-based government, and they're saying that they will support Ruto in 2027. And then there is the likes of Sifuna, Babowino, Osotsi, Hamisi, who are not in support of the broad-based government. For them, they feel like Raila wouldn't have wished us, if he was alive, he wouldn't have wished us to support William Ruto. We support the president, or do you think they should not support the president?
Let me just put it this way. ODM should know that when someone is dead, you are gone. You see? You are gone with the policies. Someone new should come with his policies that will move the party ahead for the sake of the current atmosphere. Wewe uliongea msimu wa mvua. Sasa ni jua. How do you deal with this drought? Maybe what we said during the rainy season cannot go well in this dry season. You see? So I'm still speaking the Commander US at Arudi, so that they can tell him Baba when you away. But the real thing here is Baba is gone and is gone and is gone. Let a new leader come. Let them put down their interests. They champion their interest above, according to the current situation. No.
Are you trying to say that Raila followers are suffering the same fate that the Jehovah Wanyonyi?
Yeah.
Do you want to accept that he died? He just traveled someone to come back.
Kila siku anashinda. You heard Mbadi, a whole educated man like Mbadi saying that Raila alimletea ndoto ati yake kwa broad based 7 times. Mbadi with his education is taking instruction from the dead. We know that when someone is dead, is dead. And in fact, in some Christian teachings, when you start interacting with the dead people in your dreams, so you should seek a doctor, spiritual guidance from your pastor to pray for you. So me, I sympathize with Mbadi, expecting people to obey, to hear what he's saying, to buy what he's saying,
Baba sent him dreams.
So ODM will be run by dreams, or Kenya will be run by dreams from the dead. Raila is now dead. His relevance was when he was alive. He's now gone and is gone, and in fact, we should respect what he left us and his legacy and his family that is back. But we should accept that Raila is gone with his policies, with his style of politics, and let's begin a new chapter. You see, so Mbadi, I will advise Mbadi, maybe the spirit of death is hunting him. And that after commander.
Mbadi knows this. If he doesn't support the current government, Mbadi's political future is dead and it will die with Raila. Most of the people should understand this, and they understand this. Their political future died with Raila. So if they don't support the current government, they will never be there. They will never be anywhere when it comes to politics, because these are the people whose voting or who's winning the votes was made possible by Raila.
How they arrest them? That's how they. That's why like that they saw a future. The future came. Now I want to be Panama. They do people better. They now win. That's why you see in Uganda, not the poorest community. You have to reach that the poorest ones. It is not the same as the poorest. That's well. What do you mean? Let me tell you. They don't have resources. Let me tell you. You know how is it based? No electricity. Myself, I live in South. No electricity. We're better with bigger county. That's when they're better electricity for bigger county. That's the electricity.
I have to say the government didn't say
that because they don't do big. That's not what I have to do for you to do. Just below to Baba. There's only the delivery. Let me just make Baba and the commission that will get the Baba. Baba that will call some land pressure. This one, this one. I just like this one. Particularly because when you look at this one, I'm going to work on my bay. That's one that built an office at 8 billion where there is no hospital. There was an office built a supermarket, you see, but one time again and build another office like 800 million. And we can go to 5 years that office. How many hospitals do you want to how many rooms? Water. What is how many? Yeah. Oh my God. That counts as a mess. It's one of the government and then that is one. You now are very desperate for kingpin. Me, I would ask my people from Lemasa, give me the kingpin or give me the kingpin.
Because God is not among people and the committee. And you understand how the committee works. You really hear a woman lead, a woman like that is one that has only many also. The total villages for those who have mentioned there. But in this area, the government can manage the community. If you have the confidence that one was being Ruto, that she will get about from younger, she lives, she's a host. Has she ever had a pain of 20? So that's what I'm saying here. So on ground, I don't should have come. And not how we should have done anything. But it is right because you mentioned Raila and that was there. That's why I continue to say, then it's from me. And it's well out of moment, it's not much money. Christians believe that is that a very good between the living and no one can the other side of it. The living and being not possible. So when we are seeing dreams of the dead, it's good to make money. That's the matter. You see? Yeah. So let them learn about this going. Let them better let them jump to the interest. Not interest of it. Saying them better is interest. That means that they are decided for leader. Now they want to do it. But not being negotiate or lack of failure. All that have the best to negotiate with. Otherwise, I'm not the exception. Negotiation. Let's talk about that. Giving them not negotiating but giving them instructions. How should be that they expect to do whatever they have to do. The red people in ODM plans or that is I want bad unit and not really making sure Ruto doesn't come in 2020. Like hasn't come up now. Not that they're in the thing. Who made them feel through them over the course of the Ruto now. Maybe they need that in the money fresh and we're maybe wanna use like maybe they to an area on inside. You know, a good small map to fill. And that's a different confidence. That's the fruit problem maybe. The root to see that the level I'm moving now is giving the head of your life. Giving the sense is much better than it's wonderful. It's like imagine it's like it's full of another kind of then let's go. And that even goes out to 57. Past that happens what is the truth honor. Say again that's what it was. But that like someone that is better than that you have this dream in the name of Allah. Yeah, he's still the dead. That is one is a down to it. Maybe disappointed. Maybe especially when we are like very powerful. Very powerful. You don't hear this piece of telling anymore. You don't shoot let me just address you level. And it's now. Because decide the fate of the gross debt in 2027. I'm doing this about the thing. Forget about the audience. Forget about the audience. Do you still believe don't see in any country this one is damaged by the borders? Of course I do. You live in democracy. Of course I do. And that's democracy really that actually because you see the thing of the democracy is complicated because democracy is this one. You know the democracy is the hand of the head. So in you want to have democracy. No, it's democracy. Democracy is only that. This is called. Somebody should just about democracy. That is the truth. It should be about democracy. Democracy is the freedom of speech. What if you are putting fear in the people? You just allow it to speak. Now, just in this issue, ODM will lose. Now, the demand that comes by ODM, who wants by ODM, I think we're battling to the right ODM on the ODM side. And you say that it brings some money. But try to see, and then before you this is who would be after that was who because who I think Parliament was going to our work at the so much inflated by Lauringa. When it was having very big problems. And that is having that is happening now. And you said it a bit more than it. What do you think about it? We now see who wants to draw ODM. Wants to draw ODM control with some of it. But you will have now in the habits to make you whatever you want the street point. That will really get us about it. So why everybody's coming for it. Which is not that's what we did. So if you can it will be for this thing. Okay, the next year, the next year, and becomes 3 and the other 28. The one wants to. So I like to before Baba. This guy comes from business. It's not all the interest of Baba. No, they don't belong. They're still doing better one. Someone does not exist. They don't exist. They should move them. They should move them. They don't move them to better Baba. Because it's first class the founder. Let them do the such thing and put it back in the house. If I'm just a little bit of money, it's a good picture. They say the bad. Yeah. So the other thing of them, they want all these people go to buy a word. It's how you because now you're living in a flat. One flat and the minimum of it. So I'm going to yeah. I don't like me. Like that's the band of stuff. No, I shall not. No, I can't do that. But we never know. And very few days. Now I'm not much. See, what about one of them needs so much to do as sweaters? You see, it's lies. We are lies. And that completely as far. When I'm going to cut that, to go back to that, I have a family who is the best way to do the when you try to protest, the people are saying, when they you don't want sex, you don't want much stress. So, what comes? No one wants to do anything. It's a fancy with the family. You know, the family myself, family with the family. It's a big bad. Inside, we come like this. Okay, before we go on now, we will be back with what is real December. As we try to now to make sure that they undo the situation about the family because years are taking over. We must take over for every economy and particularly in the house Alan and I'll get the worst in my Javan. The Gizi, even the generation of Kenya, when you snap around the episode, is only about a for side and can so much one to put out in the next question of the Gizi by Java.